We can always use the rest, and it's been a long season, but we want to play games and we want to, get after it. But it gives us time to really work on things. Yesterday was a long day of film, and then today was a day of getting after it and practicing and working on things on the floor.
Everyone can improve, but what did you see from Jonas's game in game one, and how good is it to know that he can have that kind of game rebounding? I mean, I'm sure he has to improve offensively like everyone else does, but just in terms of what he was able to do in that first game.
He was impressive. The last couple weeks he's been rebounding like that and playing that well. So we just need him to bring that same intensity, that same focus that he did last game into tomorrow's game.
Is it discouraging that the Nets were so bad from three and they still won the game?
Not discouraging. We did our job in running them off. We didn't play as well as we like to have played, but it's one of those things where we go into the game tomorrow, we'll do our game plan and run them off from threes and like we played the first game.
Do you feel it was more a matter of execution or game plan that has to be changed for tomorrow night?
Both. It's adjustments. Every single game's a different game. Game one was a game. It's going to be a different game than game two was, and game two is going to be different than game three. So it's all about adjustments and preparing to figure out ways to get to spots or get to shooters and scores.
How tough was that clock situation on you personally?
It's whatever. It's always in the past. We hoped it didn't happen, wished it didn't happen, but we had a timer in your head a little bit, but it was probably a little bit faster than the shot clock, but whatever it happened, it's over with now.
You guys scheme for stuff like that?
I don't think you can plan for that.
There's no plan for that.
No plan for that one. Just got to have Herbie counting down from 10.
Cal, what's the biggest area of focus for you personally going into game two?
Keeping my teammates involved, making sure, I still stay aggressive, but also keeping my teammates involved and making sure DeMar gets himself get a good game going, get some shots to go in early, but staying aggressive is the key to my game.
Vision. Going back to Jonas very quick, I know you talked about his comfort level and how it's been better the last couple of games, but how can you see that on the floor? How can you see that he's getting more confident?
Just, asking for the ball, being more aggressive, being more physical, and trying to be more of a dominant piece down there in the paint. She's trying to own the paint right now. You can tell, you can just see the way he's playing with a sense of urgency that, he understands the situation and he's trying to just get better and be more focused.
You can't lose this game, can you?
We don't want to lose any game.
I know you guys think you guys can play better, but what kind of effort are you expecting from the Nets? Do you think they feel like they can play better than they did in game one as well?
Yeah, I'm sure they do. I'm not in their locker room, I'm not in their, their meetings or in their practices, so, I'm sure they can, but they do, they feel that way, but we feel like we can play a lot better, so that's all that really matters is what we do tomorrow night.
Kyle, Coach Adam announced his retirement today. What has he meant to your career, both on and off the field?
He meant a lot. I mean, he's a great coach, one of the greatest coaches. He has tons of wins. I just wish he had a championship to go home and retire to. But, it's a sad day for me personally, because I was such a, big fan of his and loved the way he coached me.